All right, welcome back to the Big Game Special right here on the Roku channel. We're about to go on an amazing run of hair. Okay, that's what we're going to do. We're going to do, and it's all going to start with this guy right here, Notre Dame quarterback, getting ready to go crush it at the next level. Joining us for a special interview presented by our partners at TurboTax, Sam Hartman. Good to see you, sir. How are you?
I'm doing great. Appreciate you guys having me on. Excited.
You okay?
The hair's excited as well.
Hair is excited. Chris, you and I, we're
off air. I asked him, "Hey,
Yes.
Sam, when was the last time you had a bad hair day?"
and
He looked at me and goes, I was like a kid.
My mom. It's all my mom. It's nothing of my credit. It's nothing that I've done. My mom has blessed me from day one.
So your dad has no...
He's all right, but my mom, you know how it works. The mom's boss.
Okay.
So
no, of course I understand that.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I see what you're saying. I thought you meant blessed, but the hair.
Oh, she's genetically, she gave me all this. So.
All right.
My dad, he gave me some smarts or something. I don't know. We're figuring that out.
So. No, yeah. What does your dad do?
So my dad's an orthopedic spine surgeon. So he went to Davidson College, 13 years of college, and he's retired now, playing golf, fishing. But he's awesome.
Okay.
He unbelievably hardworking, taught me everything I know. So shout out to Dad. But mom's the GOAT.
Mom's the GOAT.
Yes.
Greatest of all, or Gomes, greatest of all moms.
Exactly.
There you go. So when did you first pick up a football? When did you realize that this was for you?
That's the question I've been asked a lot. You know, you're going through this process now, and it's the first thing I remember. It was something I used to throw in the backyard with my dad or throw with my brothers, and
yes.
It was something that I just always been able to do, and then everything else kind of caught up as I got older. And I've never been the biggest, the fastest, the strongest, but I feel like I can throw a football ever since I remember, and it's something I love to do. And I think there's nothing better in the world than going out and spinning a football. I could do that every single hour if I could, but you know, sometimes getting older, my body doesn't let me do that. But
come on, what does that mean? What do you mean you're getting older?
I'm getting old now. I'm 6 years of college football. You know, I'm excited to take into this next chapter. So that's me getting old.
Right, because you transferred from Wake to Notre Dame.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
So
why Notre Dame? What attracted you to that?
I mean, it's everything about it. And I never wanted to come across as Wake Forest was not a great place.
Sure.
The 5 years was incredible. Coach Clausen, everything we did there was unreal. You know, we kind of came back into prominence, got to an ACC championship, and I made some lifelong friends along the way. And then Notre Dame kind of came into the picture as my last year of eligibility showed up, and I'm sitting there like, who doesn't want to be the Notre Dame starting quarterback? And you know, everywhere I go now, Notre Dame is kind of synonymous with, you know, college football. And you know, partially my hair, partially being the quarterback of Notre Dame. That's been kind of the calling card. And you know, it is what it is at this point. And if I'm getting called, that's probably the best thing, right? And I enjoyed every second. It was a lot. It was difficult. There's a lot more eyes. There's a lot more spotlight. But it was kind of in preparation for the NFL. In the NFL, you're going to show up to a locker room with guys that you have no idea who are and who you are, and you got to go in there and win the locker room and do it the right way. The biggest thing was I didn't want to go in, kick the door down, and say, hey, this is who I am. This is how I do it. I had to get in the door and make sure I establish myself and be a leader as I can be.
And so next time I'm going to be seeing you after this interview concludes is the Combine, I imagine, in Indianapolis. In Indiana, you know, obviously, you know the state well. What are you hearing about your prospects? Like, what are you being told?
I know where I'm at in the draft. I won't be a first rounder. I won't be a second rounder, and I'm okay with that. I think my goal since I was 5 years old when I first picked up a football was to play in the NFL. And you know, in this era now, you look at the Super Bowl. You know, the starting quarterback, one of the starting quarterbacks for the 49ers, Mr. Irrelevant. I don't think that this position has to be the first round draft pick. I don't think it has to be the second, third, or even drafted. I know that in the right system, in the right schemes, I can play in this league and do this thing for a long time. And you know, the Combine will be a great place to showcase that. And I'm excited. I think sometimes you can get caught up in the lights and the names on the billboards and the people you're around, but it's still the same game I've been playing since I was 5, and something I just want to enjoy.
Hell yeah. I mean, let's straight up, as you pointed out, the guy that we're going to be seeing quarterbacking this weekend was the last pick in the draft.
Right.
And at the Combine, when Brock Purdy was there, He was one of the, if you will, throwing quarterbacks is the phrase that's used, where, once you're done with your workouts, you have to throw to the receivers, you're throwing to the running backs, you're throwing to the tight ends,
right.
And you're putting in a lot of reps and a lot of work. That was Brock Purdy, and nobody was sitting there at the combine saying, later this year, you're starting the NFC Championship game, and then next year you're going to be starting the Super Bowl. You know what I'm saying? So
right.
That is a fact. And so nobody could tell you what you can't do. That's for damn sure. You know what I mean?
For 100%. And that's been the process. And, the big thing going through this whole thing is just running my own race. It's easy to look. I'm training with a lot of the top quarterbacks in this draft, and sometimes you can start looking and seeing that they're getting projected and they're doing this. And as hard as I can, I try and just stay focused on my process, my daily routine, and something that it's gotten me to this point. It's gotten me sitting here, and I'm just excited to see where this thing goes.
And as I've proven at the combine, it's not easy to run your own race, Sam. You know what I mean?
Oh, trust me. I'm excited to see it, though. We've been we talked earlier.
Yes, we did.
And there's some diet changes. There's been some regimens, some speed.
I've been telling you this.
I'm not. I don't want to drop any too many secrets so people start catching on. But I think there might be a time. There might be some tenths of seconds shaved off.
Tenths.
Wow.
Of seconds.
I'm just saying he's looking good.
Shaved off.
He's looking good.
I did, and I appreciate you saying that, Sam. And then I gave you some tips about maybe when you're running your 40. Do you go headband? What are you doing?
I don't know. I actually just saw Puka Nacua in the green room, and he had his hair pulled back. That might have to be my style. We'll see, though.
Okay.
We'll see.
That might have to be the way to go.
Yeah.
I mean, good Lord. I mean, Puka had a heck of a rookie season, so that's not.
He might have some things figured out.
so tell me about your relationship with TurboTax and their NIL program.
I think that's been the whole reason I'm here, and one of the big parts of my success. Going through the NIL process obviously flipped college football on its head, and it's just another added stress. You kind of are like, okay, I'm just playing football in college, and then in like 2021 they say, no, you're going to get paid and you're going to have to deal with taxes and different things that are very stressful in an already very stressful environment. And something that TurboTax can do is just alleviate all that stress. And it's one of those things that helps me kind of get through and know that, hey, I'm getting my maximum refund on taxes. I'm not worried about going through a process of saying, hey, am I going to have the IRS knocking on my door before I'm going to play a game on Saturday and being like, hey, you missed something, you didn't file it right. And that's the scary part of it. You don't really think about it. You're like, oh, sweet, I'm getting paid now, but yeah, you're getting taxed on it as well. And the big slogan right now is making your moves count. And yeah. I've been traveling a lot. I think that's a big thing. Is like I was in Mobile, Alabama just 3 days ago. I was back in California, trained for a little bit. Now out here in Vegas, and it's going to be to Indy, like you said, and then to South Bend, and then South Bend back to California, and then California to home. And all those things can add up. All those things can also be deducted. And with a tax expert at TurboTax, they can help you do all that. So it's just making my life easier. And in a very stressful and very high pressure environment, TurboTax is the place that's going to make sure you're alleviated that stress and help you get money back.
Yeah, I mean, the whole talk of NIL, nobody really figures out what happens after you get paid is the issue.
Yeah, no.
Nobody makes that move. You know what I'm saying? And that is something that you're just kind of brought to light. That's kind of wild.
And it was something I never thought about. And everyone's kind of, my mom, see, the mom being
there you go. The golem.
The
golem. Yeah.
Is she was like, you're going to get taxed. I'm like, what? No. This is my money. And quickly I learned that I needed an expert. I needed TurboTax to help me get through this, because without that, I'd probably be, IRS come knocking on my hotel room here and be like, hey, we got some questions. You missed some things. I'll be like, my bad.
Yeah, I don't know if that those are the people knocking on your Vegas hotel room door, Sam. That might be,
No comment.
What happens stays. I understand. I get it. All right, so you say training in California.
Yes, sir.
You're training with J.J. McCarthy, right?
I am indeed. One of the best. Obviously a Michigan legend now, and coming off of a huge season. And all the guys. I'm with Mike Penix, Jaden Daniels, Keenan Slovis. I think the cool thing, and JJ as well, is who they are off the field. For me, going into that process, I know kind of the slate of the draft and where those guys. We're watching TV, and they're coming up on the ticker as Mel Kiper's big board. But you would never know it. And I think that's the special thing about that group, and the special thing about those guys is everyone's individual, everyone's unique, but we're all the same. We're all quarterbacks. We all have kind of a similar humor, and just going throughout our daily basis it's a lot of fun to compete and see the best of the best throw the ball all around.
Yeah, but I mean, this is some serious alpha male energy, though. I mean, what's it like when all of you guys are out there, you know, going through reps and working out?
It's a lot of fun, and I think that that's a part of this process is like we're getting our work in, we're getting all our throws in, we're getting ready for the combine now and going through the combine throws, getting our pro day scripts, but to go out there and like I think it goes back to just running your own race, to be thinking about what that guy's doing or competing against that guy, you're going to get lost in it and you're going to see that person have success or you're going to see that person have failure and get comfortable or get agitated. And through the years of playing and being on 6 separate teams, being a starter, being a backup, running your own race is the only way to do it, because if not, you're just looking, and I'm going to keep being cliche, but I think they're right because they're cliches, is, you know, the comparison's a thief of joy, and to go out there and say, oh, well, JJ threw that ball better than I did, like, and JJ's not doing that to me, and I think it makes it fun, because like that guy, like JJ makes a great throw, I'm saying, dude, nice throw, that was sweet, like, or hey, he misses, and I'm like, hey JJ, like, because we all we're all with the same quarterback coach, we can kind of coach each other or see something, and right. Then outside of it, it's all fun, like we're shooting hoops, we're playing basketball, we're messing around, and it's a great process, and it is, like you said, there's high energy, but we're all friends at the end of the day.
Well, listen, good luck to you. When you go back to Notre Dame, find out if Rudy was offsides, will you please? Will you do that for me?
We were so close. We were so close.
I know, that's
Rich.
Good.
We're almost there.
What? Is this thing on?
Wow.
Rich, I can turn it off, Rich.
Sorry. Oh, you got tried Mr. Notre Dame over there.
I can turn it off.
See, but you're only there for a year, but you still have to believe that, right? Even though you're there for a year? No?
No comment again. No comment.
He's a domer.
I am a domer.
Moves count. That's what he's doing. He's making his moves count. Wow. Thanks for being here, brother.
Of course.
Nice to meet you. Good luck to you. I hope to see you in Indianapolis for sure.
Oh, 100%.
And then I can't wait to talk about you on draft night.
There we go.
You got it. That's Sam Hartman. This special interview, again, presented by TurboTax. Like football, life is all about making moves, as we've just discussed. And when you file with TurboTax, you've got the tools, experts, and services needed to make your moves count and make sure nobody's knocking on your door on game day. Catch the Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku channel, 12 to 3 Eastern, for free.